right, we are moving on to this page of our notes. We're skipping a page. We're skipping a page because it's not relevant. We are moving on to the last part and solving equations with variables on both sides, which is still a multi-step. You either solve one step, two-step, multi-step. Multi-step has those hidden negatives. Sometimes you got to distribute. Sometimes the variables are on two sides of the equal sign. And sometimes something super interesting happens. We'll come across that here in a moment. So your learning target, you can solve multi-steps with variables on both sides. Here are the steps. The first thing you do is distribute. I forgot something again. What did I forget? What do you think I forgot? I'm saying to distribute first, but there's something first. David?
Plus negative.
I should plus a negative. That's always my little hidden rule to do. So kind of above that is plus a negative. And I know you might not love plusing a negative, and it took me a long time to love it. But I promise it's one of those ones where the hidden negatives are involved. It's so critical to keep your signs the same. And then, so the first thing you're going to do is distribute. The second, you're going to combine like terms on the same side of the equal sign. Combine on the left, combine on the right. Then you're going to have to move your variable to one side of the equal sign. That's part of combining like terms. You get things in the same spot. But once you move sides, you have to do the inverse. And then you solve. Here the rule is move smallest. Because if you move the biggest, you have to deal with negatives more. So, I mean, you can move any one you want, but it's easier to move the smallest. You won't have to deal with negatives as much. All right, here's an example. 2 parentheses 5x minus 1 equals 3x plus 33. So the first thing I'm going to do is plus a negative. Did it. Second thing I'm going to do is distribute. Okay, distribute. So this would be 10x plus a negative 2 equals 3x plus 33. The second thing I do is combine like terms on the same side. So I'm looking at my left and I'm looking at my right. Is there anything I can combine on my left side?
No.
Is there anything I can combine on my right side?
No.
No. So I don't even have to do that step. I'm going to step 3. Move the variable to one side. The key is to move the smallest. So I have x in 2 spots. Which one's smaller, 10 or 3? 3. So I want to move that 3 over to the left-hand side. Now I'm moving sides, so that's when you do the inverse. What's the inverse of positive 3? So I'm going to minus 3x to both sides. Minus 3 is 7x plus a negative 2 equals 33. And then how do you move that negative 2?
To both sides.
Yep. And this is where what I mean by solve means you move what's not connected and then you move what is connected. X is 5. Alrighty, so these actually aren't even that bad. I'm going to do a couple more. I'm going to pick and choose which ones I'm going to do. I'm going to do this one, and this one, and then I'm going to do this one, and this one. So pretty much everyone except for one. Alright, so the next one I'm going to plus a negative, and that I don't need a plus a negative, because it's just already negative. Distribute. 42 plus a negative 14a equals, distribute both sides, negative 15a plus 5. Then I see if I can combine anything on the left and right. Nothing on the left, nothing on the right. Then I get my variable to one side. So you move your smaller one. So which one is smaller, negative 14 or negative 15? Negative 15 is smaller. The more negatives, the smaller it is. It doesn't matter which one you move, but it's nicer to move the smaller because you'll have less negatives. So plus 15a, plus 15a. I plus because I'm moving sides, so that tells me to do the inverse. And I get 42, it's a 4, 42 plus a, just an a, one a or a, equals 5. Now I move that 42. So it's a positive 42. So to get rid of a positive, I subtract. And then they're different signs. Different signs means you take the negative or the difference. So 42 minus 5 is 37. And there's more negatives. So negative 37.
So wouldn't that be negative a?
You moved your negative 14 to negative. That's what I'm assuming. If you got this, negative a equals 37. That's what you would have got if you would have moved the other one. If you would have moved your 14 instead. You have to get rid of that negative. So you would have to divide through by a negative 1, and you get a is negative 37. Because a can't have any signs by it when you solve. Okay, plus a negative, I'm doing the middle one. As you can tell, I am avoiding certain ones. I wonder if there's a reason I'm avoiding them. 3q, not k, 3q plus a negative 15 equals 2q plus 10. I distributed and I plussed a negative. Now I check to see if there's anything I can combine. Nope. Nope. So now I get my variable to one spot. So I move my smallest. 2q is smaller than 3q. So I'm going to move my 2q. Then I have q plus a negative 15 equals 10. Q is 25. Watch this now. Watch this next one. Plus a neg, plus a neg. Distribute, all within step 1. 4k plus a negative 2 equals 4k plus a negative 8. Okay, so I can't combine. Move my variable to one side. Which one's smaller, 4 or 4? They're the same, so who cares which one you move? Just move one. This is where something. What's 4 minus 4?
0.
Nothing. 0, nothing. And then I have a negative 2 equals 4 minus 4 is nothing again. And I have a negative 8. Where did my variable go? It disappeared. What that means, those are special situations. It means it's going to work all the time or that equation will never work in this whole entire universe. So notice that, whoops, I have negative 2 equals negative 8. Is that true?
No.
That's a false situation. So you would say no solution. That means there is no value for k that will ever make that true. No value for k will ever make that true. And notice, the only time that came up, the variable all of a sudden disappeared. If the variable disappears, it's gonna be something special will happen. I wonder if something special is going to happen on this next one. So let's plus a negative.
Stop.
So I'm plussing a negative. Distributing. 4a plus a negative 2a plus 4 equals 2a plus a negative 8. Then I am combining like terms on the same side. Is there anything I can combine on the left side?
Yes.
Yep, 4 and negative 2. 4 and negative 2 is just 2a. 2a plus 4 equals 2a plus a negative 8. Get my variable to one side. Which one is smaller, 2 or 2? They're the same, so it doesn't matter which one I move. And then you get 4 is equal to a negative 8. The variable disappeared again, that's a special case, and you have a known solution.